for today. My name is Zach. I actually played in centre midfield for this game, so I'm commentating you after the match as opposed to the live commentary you may have got from Jack Emmanuel and others so far. But if you've seen the thumbnail, you may have seen this game, unfortunately, did not go our way. That was mostly seen in this first half, actually. In the second half, we were much better. But this first half, as you'll see pretty quickly, it wasn't ideal for us, unfortunately. We did get very unlucky, I would say, with the first 2 goals. That could just be me being biased, but it felt like it, certainly. But I'll explain as we go. Of course, we had a bit of nice early pressure. Probably could have got a goal or two, but at the end of the day, it wasn't quite our half. If you're curious which one I am, by the way, I'm the one in the dark blue socks, and I am unable to exceed speeds of 4 miles per hour, it would seem. I really was surprised looking back on these games just how slow I am. So do enjoy that. I'll try and give you live commentary now. I'll stop explaining. Laleham have got a throw in deep in our half to start off with. Laleham came into the game with 1 win, 1 loss. We also came into the game with 1 win, 1 loss. So you'd think on paper it should be a little bit more even than perhaps the scoreline said. Laleham have a nice chance here, but a poor shot, and Dan cleans up. It's probably not obvious on the recording here, by the way, but the the footballs during this game that we had to use were diabolical. They were really flat, particularly in the second half, where we had a ball replaced because 2 of the balls were lost, and the one we ended up using for about the last half an hour was so flat. It's probably the flattest ball I've ever played in an 11-a-side game with. It was hilarious. Did that explain our entire loss? I'll let you be the judge. No, clearly not. No, Laleham were just better, but it certainly didn't help either team, really. Right, Laleham throw in Lalem's half. Nice early jitters. An early chance from Laleham earlier, but pretty much just a half chance, really. But both sides just settling in. Good early pressure from Ross. I failed to make the challenge because I'm so slow. Ollie King on the ball at right back. Plays it inside to me. I play it back to Fraser. Fraser finds Ollie King on the right again. Plays it into me, and I mess up. Goes back to Ollie King on the right. Looking for a long ball. That's a nice long ball up to Matt Coppinger, who just misses out. Falls to me, and I misplace a pass instantly. And this is a really good start from me here. That was offside. That was a long ball tried by Laleham, but it was definitely offside. Can't remember who was our lino for this half, but credit to him. Could be Miles, I think. Miles, or yeah, it's probably Miles. Miles is just recently back from injury, last couple months. So he's not able to play a full game just yet. Obviously, you can't expect someone to be fit right after coming back from injury, but it's good to see him back and playing, even if it's only for short periods at a time for the moment. Lovely through ball into Dan, but the keeper collects it. And Laleham just trying to find some early possession, particularly in their half. But also lovely interception from Matt, and the neighbour who presses and is on the attack on the right hand side. Should square it. Will he square it? Oh, goes to Coppinger and he just misses out, and that's a good save by the keeper. And Matt Neighbour has the follow up, and he just hits it over. It's a really good early chance for Shalford, and it could have been a goal there from either Matt Kopp or Matt Neighbour. But we just miss out there. I actually forgot that we had this chance so early on. It's only about 4 minutes in, and that was a really close effort. But that's some really nice work from Matt Neighbour on the right-hand side, who quite effortlessly takes it past 2 players and just couldn't quite find that pass inside, and did manage to cut it back to Matt Kopp, but I think it just bobbled up to him as he was about to shoot. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but that's football. What can you do? I think this is one of the many instances where we've lost a football. Every home game we pretty much lose 2 or 3 footballs. So this is ball number 2 for the day. Maybe when we have more of a budget, we'll do a ball tracker for every home game, just to see how many balls we've lost at once. Ball goes into Ross in the midfield, who manages to hold on to it nicely and plays it back to Fraser. Fraser's looking for a long ball, but he finds a short ball into Ross, who just misses out, just gets past him, and now it's back to me now. I'm looking for that pass, but I play it nice and easy back to Fraser. Fraser can see Ollie on the right hand side. Ollie's looking for a pass inside, doesn't quite have one, plays it back to Fraser. Just trying to find our feet at the moment. Fraser plays a lovely long ball out to Alex on the left hand side, who plays it up to Ollie, who misses out on the header, and Laleham have possession again. This chap on the ball now was I could feel during the game, and I think everyone on our team could feel he was a very good player for them. Whenever he was on the ball, he was quite a threat. Ollie King manages to wrestle the Laleham player off the ball and plays it out safely. But Laleham have a throw-in deep in our half. Throw-in goes in. I somehow managed to win the ball there. That's not very common for me. I'm quite tall, but I don't really have any muscle on me, so it's probably my proudest moment, is somehow winning that. Matt Neighbour with another interception, but the ball goes in anyway, goes out wide to our fullback Alex, who clears it up the field. Laleham have possession. They take their time with it, certainly. Ball comes up the field. Still sort of on the halfway line here. We're still pressing okay, but we're not letting them have too many inroads. But here, I think there's a nice effort, a nice shot blocked by Adam Well. Ball gets cleared out. Matt Kopp goes up for the header, when it falls to me, and I clear it well up the field. And that looks like it's won by Alex, our fullback, and we've won a... Oh no, still on. Now we've won a throw-in, yeah. Thrown on the halfway line from Alex. I don't think that's reached anyone, unfortunately. And Laleham have possession. Laleham moving up the field nicely. It's a nice ball in, but just goes slightly too far, and it's cleared by Fraser. And I think we've lost ball number 2. So get ready for ball number 3, guys. We'd probably lose a lot of money from lost balls this rate. There may be several periods of the game where we're simply waiting for a football, or just trying to find one that's been lost in the hedges. Shalford Park's lovely, as you can see. From the aerial footage, the pitch itself, it is quite bobbly, admittedly. But the one thing about Shalford Park, especially on this main pitch, is that these trees and these hedges around where they provide a lovely atmosphere. They are an absolute pain to try and get a ball out of. So here we've got ball number 3. You can probably tell even from the drone footage that it's not bouncing well. It is quite flat. And ball goes in, ball over the top to their striker, who's slots it. That's 1-0. Shades of a foul throw. Was it a foul throw? Well, we certainly thought so during the game. That's why we'd all switched off. Lovely finish, of course. Just manages to get past Ollie King. Unfortunately, on that left-hand side. Sorry, right-hand side. But yeah, we to be honest with you, we all thought it was a foul throw when it came in, and when the ref played on, we were a bit confused. But at the end of the day, we did switch off, especially defensively. We did switch off. Adam just fell over there. That was hilarious. I'm on the ball now. I play a long ball out, but that gets cleared by their fullback. That was not a very good long ball. Lovely bit of play from Laleham. Their lovely 1-2s and their winger. Can he find the cross in? He's probably going to play it back. He does. Goes out to their midfielder, who could play a cross in now. He does. And that's cleared nicely by Fraser, who finds Matt Neighbour on the right-hand side. But he is on his own. He's very isolated at the moment. This is a theme in this half. We do have some very good wingers, but they were getting isolated a lot. Laleham have it at our half, readying an attack. That came off my hip. That didn't come off my arm. How dare you claim that? Nice ball from Ross out to Dan, who holds it up in the left-hand side. And it's our throw. Ball back to Alex, who's looking for the cross in. Doesn't quite come off. But it gets to Matt Neighbour, who twists and finds Ollie King behind him. Plays it back to me. Trying to find a pass. Play it out wide to Alex. Alex trying to find a pass now, probably going for the cross in. But can't quite get it up and over. And Laleham have possession now and they play out wide. But Ollie King manages to subdue their winger and finds Ross from the throw-in, who it just... I think that may have been an unfortunate bobble, to be fair. I won't question Ross Blythe's first touch. That would be a a silly move. Alex has a throw-in on the halfway line. Throws it back, finds Adam. Is he going to look for the long ball? No. Back to Adam. Sorry, back to Alex. He plays it up the field, up to Cop, who just can't quite get there. It's cleared out by their centre-back, but Ross Blythe finds it in midfield. There's a lovely ball over the top, and it's just cleared out by their centre-back. And possession back with Lalehams left mid once again, who has found quite a lot of the ball in this first half. And ball over the top, which I believe was offside. And our keeper, Daniel, will be taking the free kick. And he plays it short to Fraser, I believe. The drone footage is really lovely, but it's very hard to make out who's actually here. I think there's actually me on the ball now, so surprising I hadn't given it away. Fullback Alex plays it back to Adam. We're sort of trying to be patient, trying to find some inroads, really. The ball just sort of folds underneath Fraser for a second there, but we're back in possession and we've lost it, unfortunately. Laleham on the attack once again. Plays it out to their winger, into their striker. Nice little 1-2. who manages to get past Ollie King. Nice block from Fraser and goes out to Matchday. That was a good passage, good attack from Laleham, but we managed to snuff it out. I play ball out to Ross. Ross trying to find someone. We don't have a lot of options up top, really. Manages to find Ollie, who is... I thought he was playing on the left-hand side, but now he's on the right. And that is a horrible challenge. Wow. I know we don't have replays, but that was a completely horrendous challenge. That was... I'm pretty sure 2 feet were up. It was up in the air. They had a few challenges like this during the game, including one later in this half on Fraser, which I was actually right next to, I could see. And I even had a word with the ref at half-time, because I was so confused as to how you can't even give a card for that sort of thing. But some of these challenges were just awful. And we got very lucky that we didn't get really badly injured, although the one that was on me deep in the second half, I was about 5 minutes from the end, and my ankles have been very bruised since then. Anyway, Matt Neighbour finds Ollie King on the right hand side. Back to Matt Neighbour in the centre. Ross Blythe makes his way up the field. He's trying to find a ball over the top. Finds Matt Coppinger, who's trying to wrestle their centre back. Gets the attack and could... Ooh, their other centre back just clears it out before Matt Coppinger could level it up 1-1. Fairly even half so far. Laleham are a little bit tidier on the ball going forward, but we've had some nice chances as well. About 15 minutes in. Could easily be 1-1, certainly. This isn't another ball lost, is it? I believe the captain for today was Ross. Ross was captain. Ross was my centre midfield partner. Adam is always the manager, and he is also captain, I suppose, as well. But he likes to give the armband to others, like Ross and Cal and Michael. Just give people a good chance to lead, which is very nice of him. And of course, you know, Ross and Cal and Mike do an excellent job of captaining when they do as well. Ball comes to Fraser, centre back, who clears it. I don't think he realised how much time he had there. And as our keeper Daniel rightfully says, we should have been communicating there. Someone should have told him he had a lot more time than I think he thought he had. But Laleham have a throw in another dangerous area. Nice bit of skill from their, I think it's their fullback there, to get over our winger. I clear it. Goes to Dan, who holds the ball up nicely and needs to find a pass. And it's a good tackle. Comes to their fullback, who takes the shot, deflects, and over Dan. Yeah. 2-0. I remember this. This is why I said I think perhaps we were a bit unlucky in this first half. It was going straight to Dan's hands, and then a huge deflection takes it right over his head. And you can see Dan's frustration there. Nothing he could do about it. Not the keeper's fault. Just one of those things in football. Unfortunately, a huge deflection does sometimes cost you a goal or two. But at the end of the day, we also should have stopped the shot. So there's that too, unfortunately. Me in midfield with the ball. Shalford have possession. I've found Alex on the left-hand side, who now tries to find a ball inside to Ross. But Laleham win back possession, and they're on the attack. Ball goes out to their winner, but Alex clears it. Ball comes back to me in the middle of the park. I'm trying to find a long ball, but there isn't really an option. Thankfully, there is now out to Ollie King. Just mistimes the touch. Then it goes to Laleham, but Fraser is there to clean up Lalem's long ball. And the ball goes to Ollie King, finds me. Nice little turn by me there, which is, you know, a good start. But then I immediately give the ball away to their manager, who I'm sure was happy to receive the ball from me. Laleham have possession again. I do actually have a bit of a stutter, so I can only apologise for all of the stuttering that I've probably done and probably will do during this commentary. That was a nice turn from their, I think their fullback there. Plays it out to their winger. In a crossing position, can you find the cross? They don't really have anyone in the box at the moment though. So they play it back. And it's a Laleham throw. Their winger with a lovely bit of skill takes it past two of our players, plays it back, but it's cut out nicely by Matt Neighbour, who finds Matt Kopp, plays it up to Dan. It's just cut out by their midfield. Oh, Matt Neighbour's got the ball back, plays it to Dan, who's trying to find a pass inside, plays it to Matt Neighbour, who just gets caught out, but we do win the throw-in. That's me waving to our team to get up the pitch. Alex takes the throw. Back to me. Chest back to Alex. And it just somehow ends up in Lalehm's possession, who finds their fullback. Ollie King manages to cut it out. Nice little ball to Matt Neighbour, who manages to dance his way past their fullback and brings the ball inside. Trying to find that killer ball. Finds Dan, and he has a great shot, but straight to the keeper's hands. But that was a lovely chance there. Nice bit of skill from Matt Neighbour and a good chance from Dan, who did make good contact, but just couldn't get that accuracy. It was straight at the keeper. And now Laleham find themselves on the attack once again. Shalford playing quite deep at the moment. And a nice ball out to their striker. Adam clears, but only as far as the edge of the box. Fraser manages to clear all the way to the halfway line. And Matt Neighbour just fell over. Kopp manages to intercept, and Dan is on the attack now and finds Kopp. And Laleham, oh! Matt managed to get the ball, but no, Laleham, their centre-back, manages to snag the ball off Matt Coppinger. Their winger plays a nice ball in, but Fraser, as usual, this game seems to be doing a lot of heading away. Oh, it's Tom. Tom's the airliner. It wasn't Miles. It's really crucial information for you. Cleared by Alex. Back to Laleham. Matt Kopp finds himself with the ball. Ross puts in a lovely challenge. And it ends up back with our keeper. Balls with Alex on the left-hand side. Tries to find a long ball. Plays it inside short to Ross. Manages to keep hold of it well. Plays it out to Ollie King. Plays it back inside to Ross. Difficult touch on this very uneven surface. But Laleham managed to get the ball, plays it into their striker, who was very offside. And their captain, you can see there, is quite adamant that Lino was incorrect, even though he was very much correct. Probably at least 5 yards or so offside. Matchday on the right hand side trying to find a pass. Plays it back to Ollie King, who stumbles but manages to get it back. He's trying to find a pass. Plays it to Adam. He's trying to find a long ball. Plays it short to Ross, who's made a good run. Plays it forward but doesn't quite find anyone. Laleham have possession again. Their winger appears to have switched sides and is now taking on Ollie King on the left hand side. Plays it back. And they have a nice attack again. That's a lovely ball. But the striker can't quite do enough with it, and it ends up in Daniel's hands. About 25 minutes in at the moment. It's 2-0 so far, but you know, we're still looking okay. I think both sides have had a relatively even amount of chances, but mix of us switching off a bit and perhaps a bit of bad luck as well have left us with a 2-goal deficit early on. But we now have a throw-in Laleham half, and that's our fullback Alex to take the throw. Alex finds Dan, but ends up at Lalehams feet. A poor touch from their striker leads it to Ross Blythe. Plays it to me. I'm trying to find a pass, but I can't really find anyone. Plays it out to Ollie, who plays a good ball in, but there's no one there. And the ball was probably a bit too close to the keeper as well, unfortunately. And Laleham have possession again, but Matt Neighbours nearly manages to cut it out there, and that would have been a good chance. And their winger provides some flashy skills to get by on the wing and plays it inside. And Laleham are on the attack centrally now. Yeah, Adam manages to cut it out nicely there. They were trying to find an inroad there, Laleham, but didn't quite create enough. Adam, ball out. The Laleham have possession again. Ball comes back to Adam now, trying to find that pass, but Shalford need to settle here and find some easy, quick passes, like the one that I'm currently offering him on the left hand side. Ball goes back to Fraser. He's trying to find that ball, urging people to get up the pitch. He plays a long ball up to Cop, who manages to get it. Plays it out to Ollie, who is offside. It's a good ball from Fraser. It's a good bit of play from Matt Cop as well, but just a bit offside. Their keeper decides that the game's too easy for them, so decides that a free kick aimed straight at his own centre-back was probably the best course of action. Laleham cross in, but only comes as far as the edge of the box, and their striker is now on the ball, and that is 3-0. Not enough pressure defensively, unfortunately. Laleham that winger, once again, who I mentioned earlier, who I mistakenly called their striker just then, manages to get hold of the ball in a good area and plays it back to their striker, who then first time finish, and it was a good finish into the bottom corner. And Shalford have been punished. There was nothing unlucky about that one. That was just a bad goal to concede, really. I think our heads went down. It felt like after 2-0 and after a few good chances from our end early on, we are 3-0 down. And it certainly was quite depressing at this stage. 3-0 is a huge deficit to come back from as well. I think maybe at 2-0 we'd held on to some hope despite our heads being quite down, but 3-0 was probably too much. First game of the season, we were 2-0 down in the first half. Managed to come back 3-2, but being 3-0 down here in this first half is probably a bit too much. Ball's cut out by their winger, who does a nice little Zidane bit of skill to get past the player, but can't find anyone up front. And the ball goes out wide, but it's called back for a free kick because someone, I'm not sure who, but they decided to hurt my ankles. I think it was just a bad tackle. But we now have a free kick. I'm trying to remember if that's our first free kick. It could be. But let's try and get some bodies in the box. But that free kick is not far enough, unfortunately, for that to happen. Needed more of a boot there. And Laleham are on the attack. And their techie winger manages to get past Ollie. Trying to find that cross inside. Manages to play it centrally. Plays it out wide. And a ball comes in. Controlled nicely, but manages to be cut out well by Fraser. And we have a goal kick.
Boys, pick a man now. Zaki.
And Laleham have a corner. I thought it was a goal kick, but only it's a corner. Ball goes up. Nicely cut out by Fraser and Ollie there. Matt Neighbour, our right mid, fires himself at left back. Manages to hold the ball nicely and gives it back to Alex, who actually is at our left back. But Matt finds himself on the ball again. Just trying to settle. I know it's 3-0, but we don't want to panic. I think that may have already happened, unfortunately, but still. Fraser finds Ross in the centre of the park, manages to hold it up nicely, and wins a throw-in. Plays it up to Matt Kopp, who out-muscles their defender. Ball comes back to me, but I can't do anything but clear it slightly. Manages to somehow fall in the path of their midfielder as well. Ross, probably out of a bit of frustration there, nearly rugby tackles their winger, who's been a nuisance for our defenders all game. And it ends up being a Laleham corner. Short corner, looking for the cross in. Finds a good cross, but couldn't quite get the accuracy with it. Then it goes out just past the post for a goal kick. And Daniel is probably looking for some short options here for the goal kick. Does play it short, plays it to Adam, who's now looking for a ball Maybe inside, maybe on the left. Turns right, finds Fraser. Plays it out to Ollie. Plays it back to me in centre mid. And I managed to lose the ball. But that tackle, yeah, that one there, that one was really, it was a really, really bad tackle. You can see me protesting to the ref, but he was up in the air. His studs went right through Fraser. It's a really awful tackle. Not sure we had the best of view of it there, but in live, it looked like Fraser could have got really, really hurt. If you want, you can always go back and replay it just to see it, but really, really clumsy tackle. And the second one of the game as well. And it was surprising, to be honest with you, for the ref of not given a yellow. It could have been a red. Probably sounds a bit biased, but feel free to go back and look at the tackle in slow motion if you're not convinced, because I had a good view of it and it truly was dangerous. But anyway, about 35 minutes in now, 10 minutes left of the half, and Laleham have possession at 3-0. Making some good little 1-2s here, Laleham. We didn't really seem to have the fitness this game. We felt a little bit slow. Couldn't seem to track all the passes and everything. Feels like we're usually a little bit fitter than this, but I don't know. We were just a bit sluggish and couldn't quite keep up with the pace of the game. It felt like, certainly me included, I felt very slow. Then again, I'm always slow, so there's no difference there. But Laleham have a long throw played inside, and it comes out back to their fullback. But Matchday makes a nice tackle. And it's another throw to Laleham. Long throw towards the box, cleared out by Adam. Or no, that was Fraser. And Matt Kopp manages to tackle his way to a Shalford throw. Throws it back to Fraser, who just manages to lose the ball, unfortunately. Goes to their cam, but he can't do anything with it. So it leads to a Shalford goal kick. Probably a bit clumsy, but as I may have mentioned before, this surface, even as you can see on regular passes, it gives no mercy at all. That was another one there, but it was a good example. Alex's ball into the centre, just decided to bobble all the way up, and always fun when that happens. It's very hard to judge what's going to happen, and it's very hard when you're making the pass, because you don't know if you're hitting it one way, will it just fly over somewhere else. Matt Neighbour on the ball there, plays it back to me, but I lose the ball. I think they didn't really have a man on sharply, but they managed to play some nice 1-2s, but I managed to clear it out to Matt Kopp, who plays a long ball over the top to Ollie, our left mid, who finds himself in a good area but quite isolated, and nearly manages to get the cross in, but it gets blocked, and Laleham have possession again. And they're moving the ball up quickly now as well. And that's a nice ball inside. Manages to just get past our centre back. And as I've mentioned about the bobble, that was a very good example. Unfortunately, a very nice chance for Laleham, but the dreaded Shalford bobble finally plays its part for us, and that would have been a goal, I think, if not for a rather unfortunate playing surface. Short goal kick from Dan out to Fraser. He's trying to find a long ball, but it gets cut out. And it goes back to their camp, who just plays it over to their striker, but blocked by Alex, and cut out by myself, and out to Alex. And we can make our way forward now, but we are quite slow in transition. This is sort of where you think we need everyone moving up quickly, getting that defence up to the halfway line, and we were a bit slow. That's what I mentioned earlier about us feeling a bit sluggish, perhaps. But Laleham win possession back and bring the ball up the field. Play a ball out wide, and Fraser makes a somewhat clumsy challenge on their striker, and they win a free kick in a very good area. It's a nice through ball from Laleham, and their striker made a good run, and Fraser had to make a tough challenge to cut it out. So we're going to have a wall to try and block this free kick. Dan's just letting his wall know where to stand. Probably only about 3 minutes of the half left, roughly. So, you know, if they score now, that could send the game to bed, really. But it sends straight into the wall. And just take it out wide to try and get the cross in. Give that option back, does find it. But it gets cut out by... Well, that's Matchday, who tries to find a ball out to Ross, but goes out for a Laleham throw. Thrown inside, but just bobbles over Matchday's foot. Played into their winger, who twists and turns and tries to find a shot, but can't quite get it on target. It's a reasonable enough effort, but the angle wasn't really there for him. It was more of a pot shot. And now we have a goal kick, and we'll be looking to try and bring the ball up quickly to try and get on the attack, try and maybe get a consolation goal before the end of the first half to maybe look to turn things around in the second half. A 2-goal deficit wouldn't be nearly as daunting than this current 3-0 scoreline. But Laleham playing some nice 1-2s, but Matt Kopp manages to cut it out nicely and plays it back to Ollie King, who plays it to Adam, who nearly gets caught out by their striker, but manages to get an outstretched foot on it. And Shalford are on the attack now, but they lose the ball. And Laleham back on the attack. Nice ball into their striker, who just cuts it past down. Very quick turnaround there. We went from having possession, and Laleham played a very nice attack, very quick attack, to make it 4-0. "44 minutes in, roughly. 4-0. Not the first half that we wanted. We said before the game we wanted to try and come out strong. That did not happen, unfortunately. To be fair, as I said, those first couple of goals, bit of bad luck. You know, we weren't switched on, certainly, but also somewhat unfortunate, and you know, lovely bit of skill from their winger again. And again, wow. And cut out by me there, trying to find a pass. What was I saying? Yeah. heads went down after 2-0 and then conceded 2, well-worked goals from them. They certainly did their best to capitalise on us being a bit slow and sluggish, and we had a few good chances in this first half, but maybe in the first 15 minutes, but these last 20 minutes we haven't really created enough. They created a few more chances than us, particularly in these last 20 minutes. So as much as 4-0 definitely flattered them, we can't really have too much to complain about. We just didn't play well enough. Coming towards the end of the first half now. Ball's played up the pitch towards our defence and cleared out by Adam. Is that another ball lost? Nope. They do manage to find the ball. And that's half-time. Half-time, scoreline 4-0 to Laleham. Really not the half that Shalford were hoping for. But there you go. We'll have to see if Adam can conjure up a rousing team talk. And hopefully we can turn things around.
I mean, what the fuck's wrong with everyone? Like, seriously. It's fucking useless, it really is. Like, see Ross Billy put in is literally 3 men shifted, maybe 4. It's just not enough fucking desire out there at all. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to say. Like, seriously, obviously we're going to bring on some subs, see if that makes any difference, but, we've got to fucking pick it up, lads. We really do. Like, I don't know what's wrong, like, whether you didn't have your Weetabix this morning or tonight. Whatever you've fucking done, like, don't do it again, basically. However you've started your morning routine, don't do that again. Whether it's going out on the lash the night before or whatever it is, I have no idea, but it's just lacklustre, boys, it really is. But look, we're in the fucking situation we're in now, aren't we? We're 4-0 down. We could only just play for the second half, like, clean slate. We've got to end this game how we want to start the next game. It's just kind of as simple as that, really. We've got to put that behind us. Like, I don't recognise half the performances there, so we'll just say it didn't fucking happen. Whatever the scoreline is at the end of the game will be what it is, but we've got a second half to play, and we've got to try and play that like we want to win it. Simple as that. So put this one behind us, and we play for the second half. Try and get a win in the second half, and then we'll see where that takes us. But honestly, lads, like, it's just not really good enough, is it? But you got anything, Ross?
Does anyone want to come off? Is anyone injured?
Hey, my hammy's been a bit dog, so I'll stay off for a bit.
Alright, cool. We'll get Tom on for that then.
Individual battles, like, let's just sort it out. We work as a team, up and down. I mean, just fucking working as a team. If we're all going up, we're all going down. Like, let's just get a fucking win, boys. It's 0-0 now. Let's just go out there and fight for each other. That's it. That's literally it. Just individual battles. Matty's had a fucking night out till 5 AM and he's still fucking bollocks. Like, he's going for it, he's gunning for it. Let's just put that fucking work in. Get someone out of this game. Even if we fucking lose and we get 3 goals in this half, I'll be happy. Let's just get some fucking redemption back, yeah? Save some face. Has anyone got any thoughts? No?
From the sideline, we're not using the pitch, like the width of the pitch at all, really. It's kind of just boxed in and then it's pinging around like this. When really, sometimes it's got to go a bit longer but wider. And you've just got to stretch the pitch because they're using the pitch so much. They've got so much space on the wide areas.
I thought we are playing it out. We're inviting a lot of pressure onto us when we play it out from the back, I think. I don't know.
Play long.
It's okay to play it more direct.
Play long.
It's nothing that no one dies.
I think.
Well, the chances we've had are pinging it over the top.
Pretty much, yeah.
We've got to be
Sometimes you just
expecting it
gotta
though,
be
boys.
direct.
If we're up, then we've got to be expecting it.
Yeah, like coming to feet isn't going to work then. Like, it's as simple as that. There's not really, unless you're going to come to feet and then spin in behind. But we just need whoever's going wing or like up front. We just need runs in behind them.
Well, it's running behind, but it's all, one of them's got to come forward and then the other 2 run and things like that. Just someone's got to go short as well. So Ross doesn't have to do that long ball.
It's as simple as that. We need that movement in behind.
It does have to be direct.
We're getting our heads up, and there isn't an awful lot of movement anywhere really. That's why we're playing it sideways, and then it goes into midfield.
Yeah.
You know, and then just come straight back at us basically. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do that. Try and get some balls.
When I mean direct, I don't just mean like hoof it. I also just mean like skip the midfield a bit sometimes.
So we'll move
Like a
Alex
direct
over the
pass.
right back. We'll bring Tom on at left back. So you two, that's like a big note for you two. When you get hold of the ball, because we might still like play out from the back.
Yeah.
If it comes to me, it comes to you. That's then left mid and right mid's trigger to get fucking beaten in behind, because that's the ball you two are going to be playing now. So those wide balls up the line. You're now on your right foot, so you can play whip balls up the line. You're left-footed anyway, aren't you? So use that as your trigger movement. Second it gets into the left or right back or into Ross, the forwards know it's going to be binged over the top. Or Zach, Zach, left and right back. Maybe even Fraser. I mean, I can't hear that.
Boys, if they score 4 goals in the first half, we can score 4 in the second. Let's fucking go and get something out of this game.
Come on, lads, let's get back out there. Come on.
Shalford.
Second half gets underway, looking to come back from 4-0, which is quite the deficit. We do actually play a lot better in this half, have some good chances as well, as you'll see. One from Matt Neighbour right here as well, a lovely run, just doesn't manage to quite keep it on the pitch there, but lovely ball and a lovely run very early on. Laleham take a short goal kick, plays it high up the pitch. Ross manages to cut it out, but it just falls back to Laleham midfield. They play a long ball over the top to their winger, but Fraser manages to cut it out. Their winger gets it back under control, trying to find a pass, plays it back to their fullback. Cop and Neighbour linking up there in pressure, trying to stop them from coming through on that left hand side. And their winger dancing past a few players there, but our midfield manages to cut it out. But we are under pressure again. And that's a nice cross in, but Daniel is there with safe hands. Finds Tom, our fullback, who was subbed on at half time. Cleared away by Laleham fullback. And we have Ollie, our left mid, to take the throw. Oh no, actually Tom's taking the throw. See if we can make something early on, try and get a quick goal back. Long throw into the box, cleared away. Falls to Matt Cobb. Just gets cleared away there. Adam does well to compete there, but Laleham do manage to hold on to the ball. Good tackle by Ross, but still in Lalehams possession. And goes out for a throw-in. This half we do have Miles on liner. I play a long ball out on the wing to Ollie, who presses well, and we win a throw. Ross is looking for the short there, but goes over the top, over to Matt Neighbour, takes a lovely touch and just hits the post. That's a really good move by Matt Neighbour there. Really nice first touch past the defender, and could have easily been an early recovery goal. Long ball up the field and straight out of play. And we have another throw, and it's a good start from Shalford here. Ball falls to Ollie on the left hand side. Works well to get the ball back off their defender, keeps it well, charging down the left hand side, and has to be put out of play by their fullback. Ross back to Tom. Tom with the ball in, falls to Matt Kopp, manages to chest it down, gets cleared by their defender. Adam with the ball back. And Fraser plays it long and over the top to clear. And Laleham will try to settle, try to get the possession back that they had in the first half. Been under a bit of pressure to start off with. Oh, lovely tackle by Fraser there, but the ball just manages to drop to their winger in a fortunate position, but it's cleared away by Adam, I believe. And we've lost another ball. Yeah, this was ball number 3 that's just been lost. Now we're on to ball number 4 soon, and I think this is going to be quite a bit of waiting if I remember, unfortunately. And we end up having to use a very flat ball as well. This one gets kicked over, and I'm pretty sure, as you can probably tell from the bouncing on the drone footage, that it's very flat. I picked the ball up here and kick it straight back because it's very flat. I think we end up having to actually use that one though, because we quite literally didn't have any other options. Yeah, as I said in the first half, we lost quite a few balls, and pretty much all of them were quite flat, unfortunately. And I think I mentioned to the ref in a bit if we can go and pump one up or something, but I think it would have taken a while, and neither team had a pump either, so the ref would have had to use his, and it would have taken a while. In hindsight, we probably should have actually just pumped one up, or maybe if we could have had a ball or two spare, but Laleham said they didn't want to use theirs because they didn't want to risk them getting lost over the fence, which is fair enough. There was also the away team as well. They shouldn't have to be expected to waste their footballs, to be fair. They're obviously only going to bring them along for the warm-ups and stuff. Don't want to make the guest team lose all of their footballs, as we do here, unfortunately. Right, short goal kick played out to Alex on the right-hand side. Falls to myself, but I don't manage to get there. And Laleham have possession again, but a poor pass falls in the way of Ross Blythe in midfield. And to Matt Neighbour, who plays a long ball over the top, but it just gets caught out. Dan there competing for the ball. We managed to play it back to Matt Neighbour, who plays a 1-2. Oh, maybe just a 1 with Dan. Plays it back to Ross, who plays a lovely ball over the top towards Matt Neighbour on the right-hand side. He manages to wrestle their defender off the ball, but it was a nice ball back to Matt Kopp, but the bobble just doesn't quite give enough speed to him, and it's cleared away by the defender. And now we see a bit of mixed possession in the middle of the park, falling to Dan. He plays a nice ball out wide to Ollie, who is now through on goal, should square it. Manages to square it back, but it's blocked. Now it's a nice chance again. We found ourselves in a really nice position. That's good work from Dan and Ollie, but just couldn't quite find that killer final ball and finish. Not just yet, anyway. Nice work from Fraser to clear that out. Falls to Matt Neighbour, but it's cleared away. Laleham find themselves on the left wing, about to throw a ball in. Poor pass from their number 9 leads straight to Fraser, who passes to me. I take a very poor touch on this surface. Managed to somehow get it under control. I'm not really sure what really happened there. But I play it to Adam, who plays it down the left to Tom, who's looking for that ball inside or out wide to Ollie. Cuts back and plays it to Ross, who wants to find a ball over the top. He does, but he gets caught out. And Laleham have possession again, moving forward quite quickly. And they play a long ball over the top, but that's cleared away quite comfortably by Fraser. Although it does fall to their winger. And their striker decided to have a go, but that was nowhere near. It's a good early start from Shalford. A couple of good chances. I mean, we felt quite strong at the start of the second half, which was a huge difference compared to the first half. Naturally, I'm not really sure what the real difference was. Hugely, I think we just maybe came out with a little bit more energy. I think Laleham did a lot of running in the first half and got a little bit more tired than us, perhaps. I'm not sure, but we felt more comfortable. But it's about 10 minutes in now. Still 4-0. No goals in this second half just yet. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think, oh yeah, we're looking for another ball, I think, or something. Yeah, I think they were trying to see if there was a more pumped up ball. Oh, and we've made a sub as well. So I've gone back into centre back. And I'm trying to think who we've put in midfield. I think it's Danny, perhaps? No, maybe not. Danny. I don't think Danny was actually playing this game. Who's in midfield? Anyway, Laleham are on the attack, but he can't quite find a cross or a shot in there, and they've got a corner. I'm trying to work out who we have in midfield now. Can't remember. I think it's Miles. I think it's Miles and Ross now are in CDM. Mianad's at the back. I think everything else is probably the same. Who came off for Miles? I can't remember. I think it was Ollie. No. Ollie King came off at half time. Anyway, Laleham had a corner cleared nicely up the pitch. Quite a strong tackle, but a good tackle from Lalem's fullback to put it out of play. And Shalford now, we were looking to try and get some men up the pitch and quickly if we're going to have any hope of turning a 4-goal deficit around. But playing with a very flat ball and on a tricky pitch is never ideal. Unfortunately, we struggled a bit in a lot of areas, and so did they. In the second half, you'll see that the ball just doesn't move as quickly on the grass. That's a lovely tackle from Adam there. Absolutely took him out. Yeah, for both teams, the ball just doesn't quite move as quickly, and certainly doesn't move without some huge bobbles all over the place. Yeah. We do see later on as well their goal was their goal later this half was quite unfortunate with this big bobble that took it past my legs, unfortunately. That's not just me being terrible at defending. I mean, I am terrible at defending. Never claimed to be a world-class centre-back, but also did get a bit unlucky, unfortunately, with a rather nasty bobble, which you'll see. Their winger has the ball, looking for a shot. That's a good effort that's just past the post. I think Dan had it covered there, but still a nice effort from their winger. In Shalford now, we're looking to play it short, as we do quite often in this second half. Laleham make a substitution. Oh, I think it was Fraser that came off for... Yeah, so Fraser came off, and I went back from centre mid to centre back, which put Miles, who came on, into centre mid. That's what happened, yeah. But Fraser had a good game at centre back, very good game. Certainly can't really put him at fault for any of the goals. I actually thought that was quite a nice tackle from is that Ross there? Yeah, I think that was quite a nice tackle, but maybe the ref saw something different. Ross there just giving a pat on the back to their midfielder whom he tackled. Ross will absolutely clatter you and then, you know, check up on you to make sure you're alright. Good effort from Laleham, good shot, but straight towards the keeper. And Dan plays a long ball up the field towards Matt Neighbour, who takes a wonderful touch, plays the ball inside but can't quite find Dan. Falls to Matt Kopp, who plays a nice ball out. 1-2's back in with Dan, and an effort on target, but I think it I thought that came off their defender, but maybe it was just a wide shot and a goal kick to Laleham. And we concede a foul. It's a free kick to Laleham deep in their half. And their left winger on the ball plays it inside, and quite a wild shot there goes nice and wide, which Dan can watch go past. Ball falls to me for a short goal kick. Play it out to Miles on the right hand side, who stumbles but does manage to win us a throw-in. What can he find from this throw-in? Finds Matt Neighbour on the wing, just goes over his head. And Laleham have another goal kick. Shalford will be looking to press high, as does start with Dan in centre forward. And Ross pressing now as well. Matt Kopp and Cam pressing high. And Tom manages to win a good ball, but just gets caught out by their fullback. Ross manages to intercept pass to their winger, and Matt Neighbour tracks all the way back to win a good ball at right back. That's a nice tackle from Ross as well to play the ball out. My neighbour plays the ball up the pitch towards Ollie, who presses their centre-back. Laleham play the ball inside. Good bit of midfield play. Goes for shot. Didn't quite have any threat to it, that shot there. Blocked by myself, but goes out back to their centre-back. And they play it out wide. And Ross presses their midfielder, who I think is struggling a bit with the pitch there and the ball, as we all did. It goes back to Laleham defence, who are looking to make those inroads through us again. Probably looking for a chance to shoot, but we're a little bit more compact this half. We managed to get on the counter. Ollie, with a good bit of pace, takes it past their fullback. Managed to win us a corner. That was really nice from Ollie there. Outpacing their fullback on the ball. Here we have a corner, and we do have a bit of height on our team. We were missing Harry Love, our centre back, who's also quite tall. But we do have a few players who can be a threat from corners. Not really myself, to be honest with you. I'm quite tall, but I really suck at heading. Ross with the corner ball, but it just goes straight out, unfortunately. Somehow I did manage to score from a corner. Not from a corner, but a header from a corner last game. But if you've watched that video, you'll know it was more so a defensive error of leaving me completely unmarked, rather than it being a fantastic header. Tom manages to intercept, plays it to Ollie, who tries to find Alex, who's in centre mid inside, but can't quite find him. Matt Kopp tries to press, but the ball falls to their midfielder, who tries to play a through ball, but can't find their striker. And Dan takes a goal kick high up the field. Falls nicely to their midfielder. Manages to be intercepted by Ross, who plays the ball up towards Dan, but can't quite find him. And Laleham have a throw. Still pressing well. It's much more positive from Shalford in terms of our positioning in this half. We were quite deep in that first half. Quite slow to move up the pitch. That was a nice block from Tom there, but Ross manages to put it out of play. Yeah, we were just a bit higher up the pitch in the second half, starting from our strikers and our wingers, managing to get a little bit higher and a little bit wider. Some nice drone footage here. Really makes the pitch look quite nice all the way up there. But then you see it here, and you see the ball moving around, and you think, maybe it's not as nice. Laleham play the ball inside, trying to find space to shot, but can't find it. Plays it out wide. Their wingers trying to find space to shot, and their midfielder gets the ball, and to be fair to him, I think that may have been the pitch again. Our lino for this portion of the second half was Andre, who I think took over from Miles when he went on. And there we've got a substitution. We've got, I think that's Ollie King. I think that's Ollie King, who's coming on for Ross. So I'm not sure if that means Ollie's playing in centre mid. It could be. I think we'll find out soon. Short goal kick to myself. Obviously I'm looking probably more for these long balls at this stage, because we want to get everyone up the field. And that was a nice long ball actually towards Alex and Matt Neighbour. And Matt Neighbour finds himself on the ball, gets fouled, takes it round players, takes it round more players, and gets fouled for the penalty. Wonderful. Clearly inside the box when he's fouled as well. The ref actually does the smart thing in walking over to the incident to make sure it was in the box. Walks over, does confirm it was indeed in the box, and correctly points to the penalty spot. And Matt Neighbour, who did very well to win the penalty, will now take it. But I think he was walking through 2 or 3 of their players there. He's got very quick feet. And that is 4-1. Good pen, very solid, and a goal you could say probably was coming. But is it too late perhaps? We're 25 minutes in at the moment. We've got 20 minutes left to get 3 goals, or maybe even 4 if we want to win. If you've seen from the thumbnail the score, you probably know what the score is at the end of the game already. But obviously at this stage, you know, who knows what could happen. But we've been better this half. We've been doing well, pressing higher, making a nuisance of ourselves. Ollie and Dan and Cop and Matt Neighbour have all been excellent going forward, pressing high. We haven't given them much of chances really, and they score. Yep, that's what happens. That's football. You can see in the replay, this is what I say about the bobble, unfortunately. Ball goes to he plays it to the right in a touch back inside, which manages to just bobble straight past my legs. Really unfortunate. We were doing very, very well, just scored a penalty, and then we go and concede that, and yeah, not the best bit of luck, unfortunately. You definitely could say that we switched off after our goal, and we shouldn't have let him anywhere near that position. But at the same time, to get that sort of bobble in that situation was very unfortunate. And it's unfortunately killed the momentum a little bit as well. We had we what was it, like 20 seconds or so perhaps between the 2 goals, and you know, we were doing well prior to the penalty as well. But just that was a lovely spin there from their midfielder. But we just couldn't keep it. And now, you know, heads a little bit more down perhaps. We're still playing better. We're still doing much better than we did in the first half, of course. But yeah, what can you do? Some games are like this, unfortunately. Lovely ball over the top to Fraser, who takes a shot and it's just wide. So that was Matt Kopp, who played a lovely ball in over the top. Fraser found himself in a great position. It was a lovely run, and had a good chance. It's just on a wide angle, and couldn't quite find that far corner. Plays it into the side netting, and could have been a goal there. Lovely effort. Laleham find themselves on the attack. Good through ball to their striker. Cut out by myself. Gonna play it out, but it doesn't go all the way out of play. They cut it back inside, and a shot goes wide. And it'll be another goal kick, and we'll be probably looking to play it short and up the field quickly to try and get a goal or two back soon. Certainly can't blame our keeper for any of these goals. He did well. Made a couple of good saves. It's me on the ball now at centre back. Probably going to be looking for that long ball. Don't have many short options. We want to get people up the field quickly. Play a long ball, but it gets caught out by their centre back and falls to their midfield. Cut out nicely by Matt Kopp, who runs nicely past their defender but then gets fouled. And I'll be taking a long free kick from just inside our own half, trying to find someone. Pretty sure I scuffed this though, if I remember. Yeah, goes straight to their keeper. Not ideal. Actually wasn't as bad of a free kick as I remember, but it wasn't great. I was aiming for the back post, but it's easier said than done, I suppose. And Laleham trying to bring the full ball forward quickly, which they do, but it gets cut out nicely by Tom, who finds Dan. Dan making his way inside, takes past two players, and has to be fouled to stop him. Lovely bit of play by Dan there. A few of us deciding who to take the free kick. I do wander over there. As you can see, I'm sort of stood there. Me and Fraser are deciding. Not sure who to take it, but I do concede. It's Fraser's effort. And it's a good position, but it is quite far out. I have to see how we can do. It's just over the bar. And Laleham take the goal kick, play it shortly out wide. A lovely bit of skill there from the fullback, I think. Plays it up towards their striker, but it's cut out nicely by Adam, who then plays it inside to Ollie King, who's looking to find a pass sideways. Does very nicely there to find Tom, who's now probably wanting Dan to play higher up the pitch, but plays it inside nicely to Andre. Ollie King finds a long ball over the top towards Fraser, who does manage to get there. Takes a good touch. And an excellent shot, and it just doesn't quite go in. It's a really nice effort as well. The angle was not on there for him at all. He had no business shooting from there, but it's a fantastic effort. It just doesn't quite go in, but it was really close considering the angle. And Laleham on the attack once again. Finds their fullback in a shooting position, but Tom manages to snuff it out. Plays it to Alex, who just gets his pass blocked. But Dan manages to find it, and a lovely shimmy there to win the ball. Trying to find an option now. Dan plays a great ball to Fraser, who is in a shooting position again, and it just goes over the bar. The Shalford bobble strikes again. I think it bobbled up to his shin before he could shoot. The same thing happened to their striker in the first half. I think it was I think that's what I could see. It's kind of hard to tell. Fraser, I'll have to message you after this to figure out what went wrong here. But I think it was a bobble. I think he'll be happy to know it was probably. I think it bobbled up towards his shin. But it was a lovely run, lovely long ball from Ollie. And yeah, I mean they had that one in the first half, which should have been a goal as well when they bobbled, and we just had the same thing there. So yeah, I suppose this happens to both teams now. I suppose. I just lost the ball, gave it to their player. Whoops. And now Laleham are on the attack, trying to play some nice 1-2s, but they can't quite find that pass. They manages to fall to me, who plays to Ollie King, plays a 1-2, plays it to Alex. Ollie manages to win the ball back. Very good play from him. Plays it out wide to Dan. He manages to keep it in play very nicely. Cuts it inside, cuts it back, out wide, and gets fouled. That was really nice from Dan there. He's very tricky. So that was good play from Ollie as well to get Dan into that position. And Dan there making the fullback look a bit silly. And they have to pull off quite a rough foul on him to stop the attack. And it's a free kick, and it's me deciding to go for this one. It's quite out wide though. It's not really a shooting chance. Now, here's a great question for you. Was this effort meant to be a shot or a cross? Who knows? I would say that I definitely meant to go for goal there. But of course, I'm going to say that. Throw in goes to Ollie King. Cross goes blocked. Plays to Tom, who plays it to myself. And I'm looking for that cross in. And I do manage to get a cross in, but it's not a very good one. And it goes straight to their keeper. Fraser with the lovely pressure manages to win the ball in a really good area. Will he cut it back? He does cut it back. Cuts it back to Alex, who just can't quite find the touch, but he does play it well to Dan. Dan's looking to take it out wide. He can't quite find the cross. But it gets cleared out for a throw-in. Long ball in. Cleared by their defender. Falls to Ollie King, who will go for it. But it just goes wide. Probably got about 7-8 minutes left now. It's 5-1. Would have hoped at this stage naturally to get another goal or two back. Certainly have had some good chances, a couple of good chances from Fraser. Just haven't quite found the net in this half. Matt Neighbour with the only goal from us. Good penalty. There he is as well. Warming up or cooling down on the side there, I'm not sure. But it was a lovely run from him through their defence and converted the penalty nicely. Goal kick from Laleham. Manages to fall to their midfield. Plays the ball over the top towards their striker, but cleared out by myself. Is this another ball lost? Who knows? Oh no, found it. There we go. I actually think we would have had no balls left if we'd have lost this one. Although losing this particular ball really would not have been the worst thing in the world. Laleham on the attack, plays the ball out wide, looking for that crossing chance. Does manage to find a cross, but it falls to Andre, who makes a good header out. Alex presses, and Ollie clears. Laleham play a nice long ball over the top, but it gets caught out. That was a foul throw. That was a lovely bit of skill there from their midfielder, just to loop it over the head of one of our midfielders. Long ball over the top. Tom manages to take a really nice touch, plays it back to Adam. He's trying to find that long ball. Finds a short ball, a good short ball to Ollie, who finds Alex. He's now looking for the long ball over the top, but it just gets caught out by Laleham defence. It's a good run though. Not sure who it was that made that run, but it was a good idea, but couldn't quite execute that ball over the top. And Laleham on the attack, but it gets caught out. Miles with a lovely flick past their winger. Ollie with a good ball inside, finds Alex. Alex holds it well, plays it out to Miles. Miles plays it back to Alex, who does well to hold it again and finds Ollie King behind him. Ollie makes a good switch out to Tom, who finds Dan. Moving the ball around well now. Dan shimmying, finding Fraser, but just gets well defended and finds their midfield once again, who move up the pitch. But it's caught out again and falls to their fullback. Good interception by Alex there. Finds Dan on the left hand side, who manages to get past their defender pretty comfortably and finds that ball inside, and it just comes off. I think Alex's leg. The cross had a lot of pace on it. Can't really be blaming Alex there. That was really hard to control anything off that. It was a nice chance. The ball's played out to our left back Tom, who plays a long ball over the top, finds Dan, but the chest just takes it into the path of their fullback. And Laleham play on the right hand side now putting it in central. Shalford trying to track back here. Moves the ball to the left hand side, out to their fullback. Playing some nice 1-2s. Both teams seem quite tired here. And a poor pass gets intercepted, and Ollie manages to clear, only as far as their fullback. Ball over the top there, and we managed to clear it, but it was a little bit shaky. And Laleham looking to find any sort of inroad, but they haven't really managed to do that this half. We've been much more compact in the second half than we were in the first half. Dan manages to clear, but not without falling over. And I think that's Andre, who just got fouled and manages to win a free kick. Dan's had a good game. Our winger / striker made some nice runs. Made their fullback look silly a few times as well. I think we've been slightly unfortunate not to get another goal in this half. I think we've had a few good chances. You know, we can't be disappointed at all with this second half performance. First half we definitely can be, but there you go. You know, football's a game of two halves. What can you say? probably only a minute or two left now, I think. At least that's what I've got according to my timer. It's about 44 minutes in. Don't know if there'll be stoppage time, then maybe there'll be a couple minutes of stoppage as well. But I've got the ball at the back, plays it up to Adam, who finds the ball over the top. Alex manages to play it back. Adam, strong centre-back, manages to get it, but it is cut out, and I think we win a free kick. Their midfielder there quite keen to get the ball quickly and tackles Adam as he's about to take a free kick. But it's quite late in the game. Can you blame him? Ball goes to myself. Tries a long ball over the top but gets blocked. And this tackle here, it's hard to see because it's so far away, but this one hurt. This one really hurt. Yeah, I've still got the bruise on my ankle from this one. This was painful. Yeah. This was their third or fourth tackle this game that they did like this, and this was a different player this time, but I don't know if it was frustration or something. I don't know why you'd be this frustrated when you're winning 5-1, but it was a really bad tackle. And you can't really see it in this replay because it's too far away, but studs came right up to my leg, and I'm using this nice opportunity in commentary to have a little vent. Ball over the top from Laleham, finds Adam, clears it out. Laleham throw. Laleham on the attack, but manages to be cut out by Tom, who's looking for that option. I think he wants Alex wide. He does find him. Alex plays it up to Ollie. Lovely 1-2 with Tom. Tom plays it inside towards Fraser. Oh, it's just a yard or two in front of him. That was a lovely bit of play there. Tom's been great in the second half. He was our fullback. I think it's his debut actually. He's come on in the second half and he's had a good game. And that ball over was just slightly in front of Fraser, and that is full time. 5-1. Really not the game we were hoping for. It certainly did not go our way. Yeah, that's what football's like sometimes, unfortunately. We won the first game of the season, we've lost the next two. We'll certainly be hoping to turn things around very soon. But yeah, wish us luck on our next game, and we'll be playing Farncombe in our next game.
Oh, I took all my Chelsea tracks.
Alright,
Actually, I've got your captain.
boys, let's stop talking about the Prem for a second and fucking just diagnose the shit that just happened there to us.
Good second half.
Alright,
It's a good second half.
and I think we chalk that off. Second half is 1-1, so it was 1-1, right? I'm not.
Yeah, it was 1-0.
Yeah.
Right, so well done for getting back into the game. Matty Neighbour made a really good point to me on the bench. We did so much better playing the long ball, so we know our tactics now. Let's look at that going into the league now. Fraser, come on. I think I think in terms of performances today, we know that the energy was a bit low in the first half. It fucking upped it in the second. So let's get down, do some fitness. I know training Tuesday, we haven't really been doing it, so we're thinking about potentially swapping the night, maybe a Wednesday. Get more people down. I think we need to start just getting some cohesion together, some tactics where we're trying the long ball stuff, getting the fitness in, work breaks up, and just fucking work for each other, boys. We showed it in the second half that we can do it. We matched them. I know that they dropped a little bit, but they're a team that we can beat. So go away, think about your individual performances, how you can potentially improve, and let's take it into the next game. Let's do something in this league. Everyone's had a win and everyone's had a loss. We've had 2 losses now, but it's still even. We can go and get this. Any thoughts from you?
Yeah, me and Miles were having a chat about it when we were walking over. It's funny, when we start the game, we seem to lack, like, we're not pressing as high and we lack a bit of intensity. When we go a goal down, we then start going batshit crazy and attacking people. But we're actually defensively more sound because we have more of the ball and we're pressing them higher in their half. So there's a thing with, like, when we start the game, obviously you don't want to go banzai, everyone going gun for leather, like fucking smashing people instantly. But we still need to not be passive. Like, I feel like we're very passive in the first half and we let them come to us with the ball and we just let them play with it. We need to start our press in the first half, like right from word go, rather than wait to the second half we're 4-0 down and we start then smashing people, pressing high and causing trouble for them. It might be something to do with the long ball as well, because when we ping the long ball over, we then initiate the press when someone's doing a fucking weird touch or it's coming out the sky at them. So, like, those are two things. I think Ross is right. From here on in, we look at tactics to try and play in behind. But then when we're played in behind, we need to get the second balls with that high press.
Yeah.
So it's like those two things together. But like moving forward, we're all still learning how we're going to play. Like, this is clearly a learning curve. And it's something we're going to have to try and move on to doing next week. I'm not actually here next week. So I'd like to see you guys try and implement that next week and try and get a better result out of it. But boys, it's still a learning process, yeah. And, you know, it's good the second half, because it shows our character. We never ever sit down. 1-1 is not a bad result in the second half. Like, we did a decent turn there. So we've got character, we've got desire to do it. I think we just need to get those tactics right in the first half.
Yeah.
And then we'll start getting some results after that. But
We'll take, going into this week, I'll try and set someone up in the chat for a Wednesday training session down here early. But I'll do a poll or something to find a better night where we can get down as a team and actually try and get some cohesion going. So I think we need that. That's one thing we're lacking at the minute, is training where we all work together off the ball, off a game. Does anyone have any thoughts they want to put in?
Kind of sound to Adam's point about when I was centre back for the last 25 or 30 or whatever, I was constantly telling everyone, get up high, or at least try and just get the line up. We're so negative. Especially, I understand being 4-0 down, but half our midfield and defence, we just sat back waiting for the pressure to be invited onto us. We have to try and be positive, try and get those balls up. Also move up as a team as well. We don't want to isolate Ollie, Dan, Matt, whoever's in those front three. There was such a massive gap. We need to be more positive, and that's partly fitness and work rate off the ball, but also mentality as well. Our positioning was just off.
Yeah, there's a difference between like high press in terms of like where you're engaging and just pressing intensity. Like, we still can be intense. You don't have to just go and chase the right back deep. You can just, as soon as it comes in, everyone presses there, rather than necessarily an instant engagement right at the deepest, as far back as you can press. Because as soon as it comes into their midfield, everyone's got to be man to man, pressing really intense there. So sometimes it's like the second half we just had to press hard because we're losing. But first half we just didn't really, like, they had so much time in the midfield and in the wings, and it's like you just got to get tighter to your men, and then instead of running forward and pressing.
I think it's those balls in behind, though, isn't it?
And
So it gives us that trigger point. When the ball is launched forward, everyone then knows to press.
The second
because
ball.
if it's going, they're pressing the second ball because it's an easy trigger point. The second ball, when it drops, everyone then presses. But we don't know when we're not pressing high what the trigger point is, so everyone just stands off. So I think that's the point, isn't it? It's when we play the long ball, it's that second ball, everyone then goes as hard as possible, and then we try and get the ball back in high areas. But lads, we're going to work at it. We'll keep trying and we'll fucking get there. But yeah, chin up and let's go get a beer.
Yeah.